Every so often, an article from your weekly News You Can Use rises above the usual strong field and earns a second look. Last week had a few contenders, but one in particular stood out. Listings, will it be concessions or a bidding war? The article makes an important point. In today's market, the first 4 weeks on the market are critical. For those of you meeting with sellers, many will still remember the headlines about multiple offers, homes selling in under a week, waived inspections, cash offers, and prices climbing over asking. In some areas, that's no longer the reality. The challenge is not simply telling consumers the market has changed, but helping them see the evidence for themselves. And that matters because unless you're working with a referral, trust is not automatic. It is earned. I also want to briefly touch on artificial intelligence and offer a personal observation. As long as we continue to exercise sound judgment and prioritize face-to-face relationships, AI is not going to replace us. That is exactly why networking with your peers matters, why staying in touch with your sphere matters, and why consistently growing that circle matters. Used well, AI can be a helpful tool. Unless you were a grammar prodigy, for example, in high school, it can certainly help polish your writing, but it should not replace your ideas. In fact, this script is a good example. I write the first draft in what I call Boring Bob, and then let AI make it sound a bit more polished. Now for the fun part, or at least the part with fewer market stats. Our general membership meeting is this Wednesday at 9 at the Italian American Cultural Society facility in Clinton Township. We will be discussing data centers, covering association business, and just as importantly, providing some sustenance. If you're already signed up, excellent. If not, come anyway. Early bird registration for the golf outing Foursomes opens next week on July 1st. We've moved the happy hour to the 9th because of the 4th of July holiday, and this month we will be at the Cabbage Patch Saloon on Mac. The next day, on the 10th, we return to Nino Salvaggio's on Hall Road for Roundtable, and in the interest of preserving at least some of your summer, we have just one class in July, Mishta, on the 28th. Be sure to put it on your calendar. This financing option is always in demand by consumers. That is all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.